Stand-up's interesting. You know, people ask me sometimes, like, do you get nervous before? Do you get excited? For me, like, I don't feel nervous. I don't really feel excited either. I don't feel anything. It's a condition known as depression. But they got good people working on it, and they're being very well paid. In that vein, I felt happy recently. My therapist said not to worry, it'll pass. It's a side effect. Yeah. So I love archery a lot. Like I've done that my whole life, and I have a compound bow. And I recently found out that archery, it's like a gay app. And it's just sad, you know? Like, can white men have anything? You know? Like, I thought shooting a compound bow was fringe enough of a hobby that no one was ever going to copy me, you know? Like, but even this. Yeah. One of my exes, she's getting breast reduction surgery. And that's kind of an interesting one, right? Because, like, if you put the shoe on the other foot, right, you'd never have a guy, like, if a dude had such a big dick that he had back problems, I feel like he'd just deal with it, right? But like women are a lot more sensible. They're like, I'll fix that. I'll take care of that so I don't have a bad back my whole life. Men are so vain. They're like, no, I'll just take painkillers. I'll get a back brace. I'll get a super suit. I'll go to the chiropractor. I don't give a shit. Yeah. So I'm Jewish. That's not a joke, but I do like to joke about it. I was thinking, what about a brigade of Jewish firefighters? They pull up and they start working on the fire a little bit, and then the chief is like, "Whoa, easy there, Mortimer. Not so much water. It's expensive." So speaking of Jewish jokes, you guys know why there isn't a Jewish pope? I'll tell you. It's because two Jews can't agree on anything. Yeah, so I feel like you could summarize every Jewish holiday with, they tried to kill us, we lived, let's eat. Yeah, so a rabbi's asking a moil. A moil is somebody who circumcises people professionally. So a rabbi asks a moil, he goes, what do you make in a year? And the moil goes, I just keep the tips. Yeah. So a lot of my family, they're more religious than me. I'm pretty secular. But culturally, Judaism is important to me. Some of my family, they're Hasids, the really religious ones with the Russian hair and the fur hats and stuff, and they do that dance and whatnot at the weddings. And I like to say Hasidim, but I don't believe them. Yeah. So something that they sometimes say is that the food was terrible and the portions were too small. And I'm like, fucking pick one. It can't be both of those things. Yeah. I'm a big fan of movies. I was thinking, what if Good Will Hunting, if you change it a little bit, right? You still have Matt Damon in it. You still got the math scene where he does the problem on the board, except he's retarded, right? And he just thinks the answer to the math problem is park the car in Harvard Yard. Oh wait, that's not Good Will Hunting. That's the movie Rain Man. Yeah. Let's see. I think sex is kind of interesting how it breaks down across the genders. I feel like women need like a real reason to have sex, like they need to be in love or something, whereas men just need a place. Yeah. For women, sex is a lot like buying a house. For men, for women, with it being like a house, they're like, is it big enough? How's it compared to the other houses? Right? For men, it's a lot more like parking. They're like, here's a space. There's also a space. Here's another space. Oh, that one's handicapped. I have to pay in that one? Yeah, I'm gonna find another one. Yeah. So I think I talked about therapy earlier. I got ADD, OCD, and PTSD. So I guess I could say I have big D energy. Yeah. I used to think LeVar Burton, from Star Trek, I used to wonder how he was reading to me on Reading Rainbow, because I thought he was blind because he's on Star Trek. I was like, how the fuck is the visor blind dude reading to me right now? Really blew my mind. Anyhow, that's my time. Thanks, folks.